All right, this is the business law chapter summary for chapter 13. It starts off talking about property, which is a bundle of rights in relation to others to possess, use, and dispose of tangible or intangible objects. It talks about real property, which is land and everything permanently attached to it. And then it goes into the bundle of rights categorized with property, and those are the right to use as security, right to lease or lend, right to use, right to sell, right to possess, right to destroy, and right to donate. Chapter 13 goes on to talk about fixture, water rights, mineral rights, basically just the general stuff. Like if it's on your property, then it's yours. If you have the right to dig it up, you have the right to use it, like whatever. Interests in real property. Fee simple absolute, which is the right to own and possess the land against all others without conditions. Conditional estate, the right to own and possess the land subject to a condition whose happening or non-happening will terminate the estate. Life estate, the right to own and possess the land until one dies. And future estate, the present right to possess and own the land in the future. Then it goes on to talk about leasehold estates, which is a leasehold is the right to possess property for an agreed upon period of time stated in a lease. And a lease, which is the contract or transfer of possessory interest in a property from the owner to the tenant. Then it goes on to talk about easement, license, co-ownership, tenancy in common, joint tenancy, which is all these are just co-ownerships of real property and all that stuff. And it talks about condominiums and cooperatives and the difference between those. And condominiums are the owner acquires title to a unit within a building along with undivided interest in the land, buildings, and improvements of the common areas of the development, while the cooperatives are more commonly used for ownership interests in apartment buildings. Then talks about execution, which identifies the grantor and the grantee, contains words that express the grantor's intent to convey the property, identifies the type of percentage of ownership, states the price paid for the property, if any, contains a legal description of the physical boundary of the property, specifies any easements or restrictions on use of land, identifies any warranties or promises made by the grantor in conjunction with the conveyance. Talks about the general warranty deed, the quitclaim deed, adverse possession, zoning, variance, tangible property, personal property, intangible property, the title, which is the ownership of property, just everything that goes along with owning property, what you can do on it, what you're allowed to do with it, just anything that goes along with property basically is included in chapter 13.